You might be unknowingly inviting chaos into your life with just a few careless words. If you want inner peace, start warning people with your silence. My silence speaks louder than my frustration. I want you to pause right now and comment, "My silence speaks louder than my frustration," below. Do it to solidify this manifesto in your reality. Let every like on your comment remind you of this promise. Imagine encountering a passive-aggressive remark, a comment dressed politely but built to wound. You're not just battling the words, but the intent behind them, like facing an unseen dagger. The Stoics understood this. Marcus Aurelius warned, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Let this remind you that words can stain your peace if you allow them. Use stillness as your shield. In the heat of the moment, your silence can be your greatest defense. It breaks the cycle. This calm response speaks volumes. It communicates that their words hold no power over you. When you control your reaction, you take back your freedom. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The true power lies not in the words of others, but in the strength of your response. This isn't just about strategy. It's a way to reclaim your mind and safeguard your peace. If you want to keep receiving these reminders, click the subscribe button now. It's a small action for you, but a giant step for your mind. Now, think of Seneca. He advised, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This lesson is vital. Most battles are born within. Silence is not just the absence of words, but the presence of peace. Channel this wisdom into every encounter. Maintain your inner calm. In a world that often rewards noise, hold on to the power of tranquility. Recognize the hidden daggers and choose not to engage. Let your actions, not reactions, define you. 1. The smoke screen. Recognizing the signs. Imagine this. You're staring at a situation where you see one thing on the surface, but beneath, something else lurks. Subtle, even invisible, yet it's there, a smoke screen of passive aggression. You can't afford to ignore this. Recognize it, or it'll chip away at your peace, slowly unraveling the tranquility you've worked hard to build. The smoke screen operates quietly. It's the email with a snarky undertone from a colleague who didn't get their way. It's the sideways comment from a friend about how you spend your time. These are the signs, camouflaged barbs throwing shade where you least expect it. Remember the Stoic sages. Marcus Aurelius told us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. The first step in defusing passive aggression is recognition. When you expose these hidden signals for what they are, you unmask their attempt to breach your calm. To conquer this, first observe without judgment. This smoke screen thrives on reaction. Once you give in, it wins. But you're here to keep your cool. Measure your response. Observe, detect, and separate yourself from the emotion these tactics aim to ignite. I control my response to every situation. This becomes your shield. I want you to pause right now and comment, "I control my response to every situation," below. Do it to solidify this manifesto in your reality. Let every like on your comment remind you of this promise. Recognize the signs without letting them control your emotion. It's not about becoming unfeeling. It's about staying centered. Your calm isn't surrender. It's your silent stand. When you master this, you'll notice the passive forms of aggression begin to lose their allure. And remember, this isn't just about defending against others. It's about fortifying within. When you grasp this concept, when you live it, you create a bubble of peace that is impenetrable. You carry this tranquil power with you everywhere. Stay at peace. The world around you may roar, but your presence can remain the eye of the hurricane. Keep this truth close. Detecting the smoke screen equips you with unyielding resilience. It lets your true self shine through the haze. 2. Armor of calm, the art of Stoic equanimity. You may think surrendering to conflict is inevitable, but stop. Know this: peace is within your grasp, unshaken by any storm. Armor of calm, the art of Stoic equanimity, is your superpower. It doesn't scream, it whispers strength. Stoicism teaches us resilience, like Epictetus, who said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This shows that the world can toss chaos your way, yet your response remains yours to control. An armor doesn't eliminate conflict, it makes you formidable within it. Consider a modern example: the workplace. Imagine dealing with a passive-aggressive colleague. They might throw snide remarks or undermine your efforts. Naturally, you feel provoked, but armor yourself with calm equanimity. You watch, you breathe, and you decide consciously not to fuel the fire. This isn't weakness. This is controlled vigor. A measured response or no response at all can diffuse their attempts at conflict. Now, think of Marcus Aurelius, who said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Let's say you're dealing with an aggressive email. Your first instinct might be to lash back. Wear your armor of calm instead. Step back and remind yourself, you control your mind, your response. This is how you stay above the fray. Pause for a moment. If you want to keep receiving these reminders, click the subscribe button now. It's a small action for you, but a giant step for your mind. Holding on to calm in the chaos takes practice, but it's worth every effort. The external turmoil may swirl, yet inside you, there's stillness. This stoic peace is strength, not silence. When you're wrapped in this armor, no passive-aggressive jab can penetrate. You stand as a beacon of composed power, showing others their arrows hit only air. So, wear your armor proudly. Every time you remain calm, you're building it stronger. As Marcus Aurelius wisely instructed, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Transform anger into tranquility. Let this be your legacy, a life untouched by petty battles, filled with genuine peace. 3. The mirror technique. Reflect, don't react. Stop doing this immediately if you want to grow. Reactions are chains that bind you. Reflection is the mirror that frees you. And in the dance of life's conflicts, this is your tool. It's called the mirror technique. Reflect, don't react. Imagine a pond. When it's still, it perfectly reflects the sky. But throw a stone, and the image distorts. This is exactly how your mind works. Emotions are the stones people throw into your calm. Stoicism teaches us that our power lies in keeping the water still. Marcus Aurelius taught that we should pause and understand before responding, much like studying our reflection in a mirror. When someone fires off a passive-aggressive comment, treat it as a reflection of them, not you. Do not let their turmoil disturb your peace. Instead, be the mirror that reflects their behavior, showing its true form back to them without adding your flame. Think of this in everyday terms. At work, a colleague might undermine you with sly remarks. It's easy to react defensively. Instead, pause. Reflect on their motives. Perhaps they're insecure or stressed. Recognizing their struggle redirects your response from anger to understanding. Epictetus tells us, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Reflection turns their actions into a chance for your growth, rather than a battlefield for reaction. Pause for 1 second. If this is hitting you, hit that subscribe button. It tells me to keep making these for you. With the mirror technique, you become untouchable. Not because you don't notice the provocations, but because you've learned to transform them. When you reflect, you open up space for understanding and, ultimately, wise action. This doesn't mean you let people walk all over you. Rather, it's about responding with precision and power, like a master chess player who moves pieces thoughtfully anticipating every outcome. In relationships, this technique is vital. A partner might say something hurtful in a moment of weakness. Reacting with anger might escalate the problem. But hold that mirror. Reflect on why they said it, and more importantly, how you wish to respond. Anything you say thereafter will be filled with reason instead of emotion. Seneca said, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." Your reflection is not just a delay, but an elevation. Hold on to this wisdom. Your calm reflection is not just self-control, it's a testament to your strength. Remember this principle: reflect, don't react. Carry it into every conversation, every conflict. Watch how this simple shift brings calm to your storm and clarity to your chaos. And as you walk this path, know that you're embodying the deep Stoic principle of mastery over the self. 4. Boundary fortress. Define your limits. Stop saying yes when you mean no. Stop letting others write the script of your life. You must protect your boundary fortress. Your limits are not barriers. They're the gates to your peace and power. Picture this: a fortress that guards against chaos. That's your mind when you define and defend your boundaries. Marcus Aurelius, the wise Roman emperor, once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Your boundaries aren't obstacles. They guide your actions and decisions. Think of a workplace scenario. A colleague pushes extra work onto you without asking. You agree, but inside, there's resentment simmering. That's a crack in your fortress. Instead, draw your line with confidence. "I appreciate your trust, but I can't take this on right now." No more, no less. Boundaries aren't just limits. They're declarations of self-worth. They tell the world how you wish to be treated. When you consistently uphold them, respect follows like a shadow. Aristotle reminds us, "We are what we repeatedly do." So repeatedly declare your worth and your intentions through firm, respectful boundaries. Here's the tough part: recognizing where your boundaries lie. In a relationship, do you accept behavior that makes you uneasy? At work, is your silence mistaken for agreement? Writing down your deal breakers and must-haves clarifies what you will and won't allow. As Marcus Aurelius put it, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Color your spirit with clear thoughts on what protects you. If you want to keep receiving these reminders, click the subscribe button now. It's a small action for you, but a giant step for your mind. Let's make this more tangible. Every time someone crosses your line, it's an opportunity to reinforce your borders. So ask yourself, and more importantly, those around you, what do I stand for, and what will I no longer tolerate? Defending this fortress takes courage. Yet, it is a courageous act of self-preservation. Epictetus taught us, first, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Define yourself with boundaries, and act with integrity to maintain them. Now, here's a critical question. How often have you allowed passive-aggressive remarks to slip by, simply because challenging them felt hard? Let that question drive you to the comments. Share your thoughts, and let's reflect on the boundaries we must defend for our own peace. Remember, your boundaries are both shield and sword, protective and assertive. Define them and defend them. You owe it to yourself to be the guardian of your life's gate. 5. The empathy lens, seeing beyond the facade. You might think you understand a person's actions, but often, there's a deeper story behind what you see. Here's a truth that might shock you. Many conflicts arise not from malice, but misunderstanding. We often react to what appears on the surface without grasping the hidden struggles within. This is where the empathy lens enters. By consciously deciding to see beyond the facade, you uncover the real issues at play. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Whenever someone has done wrong by you, immediately consider what notions of good or evil they had in doing it. When you see that, you will feel sorry for them. The empathy lens isn't about being passive. It's about gaining strength through understanding. When someone hits you with passive-aggressive behavior, stop. Shift your gaze from anger to curiosity. What could they be dealing with? What internal struggles might they hide behind that sarcastic remark or silent treatment? Imagine a colleague at work snaps at you during a meeting. Your initial response might be one of defense or even aggression. But if you pause and apply the empathy lens, you might discover they're stressed over a looming deadline or troubled by personal issues. This insight transforms your reaction from hostility to compassion. This doesn't mean you let bad behavior slide. No, you address it with clarity, but from a grounded place of understanding. Epictetus wisely said, "Seek not the good in external things, seek it in yourself." This approach not only eases tension, but helps build bridges. If you want to keep receiving these reminders, click the subscribe button now. It's a small action for you, but a giant step for your mind. When you connect deeply with someone's unspoken struggles, you fortify your own mind. You become more than just an observer. You become an influencer. By doing so, you build a community of empathy around you, diffusing passive aggression with calm and wisdom. Remember this: empathy is not a weakness. It is the ultimate strength. As you practice this, you'll begin to see the world differently, not in black and white, but in rich hues of understanding and humanity. Let empathy be your guide, your bridge, and your shield. 6. Power of indifference. Choose your battles. When faced with the constant noise of passive-aggressive behavior, it's easy to get dragged into a quicksand of emotions and endless conflicts. But it's time to draw a line in the sand. Choose your battles wisely and embrace the power of indifference. This is not apathy. It's strength and focus. It's knowing that peace lies in simplicity. Marcus Aurelius himself once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Indifference means redirecting your energy from futile arguments to what truly matters. It's about knowing that not every fight is worth your time, and not every comment needs your response. Picture this: you're at work and someone leaves a snide remark about your recent project. Your first reaction might be to fire back, defend, and prove them wrong. But what if, instead of reacting, you pause? You recognize the remark for what it is: simply noise, an external event that doesn't define your worth or the quality of your work. By exercising indifference, you choose wisdom over impulse. Your silence speaks louder than any retort. This Stoic principle teaches you where to invest your energy. It guards your serenity against whims and whispers. Remember, the true victory is not in winning every battle, but in knowing which battles are worth fighting. Pause for 1 second. If this is hitting you, hit that subscribe button. It tells me to keep making these for you. As you harness the power of indifference, you become unshakable, centered, and profoundly impactful. You manifest this inner fortress that neither praise nor derision can penetrate. You become the eye of the storm, calm and relentless, unyielding to the chaos that swirls outside. Decide today, will you be the reactive force that bends to every breeze, or the unmovable rock that lets the world crash around it, unscathed and serene? The transformation, achieving inner peace amidst chaos. Now, let's move deeper. Imagine you're faced with a whirlwind of chaos. Conflicts in your workplace simmer, relationships test you, and unforeseen challenges pop up like weeds in a garden. But amidst this tempest, you can stand as the one who remains unfazed. This transformation is about achieving inner peace, no matter what storms rage around you. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Right here is the heart of transformation. Recognize where your power truly lies. It's not in controlling others, but in conditioning yourself. Picture a lighthouse, strong, unwavering, guiding ships through stormy seas. Be that lighthouse with your emotions. Let your thoughts and actions shine from within, influencing without demanding. When you harness your inner calm, chaos does not hold sway over you. Think of someone you admire for their calm in the face of adversity. Perhaps a colleague who never loses their temper, or a friend who stays grounded no matter what. What makes them different? They practice restraint. They've realized that strength doesn't come from things outside, but from within, by choosing how to respond. Now, here's a challenge. When chaos strikes, pause. Reflect critically. Ask yourself, is this the storm worth weathering, or is my peace more valuable than fleeting chaos? This choice empowers you every single time. If this resonates with you, make your commitment tangible. Click the subscribe button now. It's a small action for you, but a giant step for your mind. As you choose inner peace, you create a ripple effect. Your calm becomes contagious. Others around you feel your stability, your assurance, and they find their own peace. You are not just surviving the storm, you're transforming it. Each moment of peace you claim is a victory in itself. Remember what Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." Your bravery in choosing calm amid chaos frees you from the chains of reaction and turmoil. Own that freedom.